Things are about to pick up, okay? Spiritual practitioners, people who keep a practice, stay on your toes. Keep your wits about you. We have the nodes switching over on January 28th. The north node is moving into Pisces, and Neptune right now is at 27 degrees in Pisces. So even though they're not going to be exactly conjunct, they're still going to be pretty close. There's still a conjunction within, a several degree orb. And then all of February, we have crossings and conjunctions in Pisces. Mostly the north node crossing over other placements. Neptune, Saturn, Venus, the Sun, Mercury. We got a new moon in Pisces at the end of February. We got Jupiter going direct at the beginning of February. We got Mars going direct at the end of February. Pisces season starts in the middle of February, so we have the season of where the north node is going to be, the sun is going to be there. And Pisces season is like the finale. We're done. We're moving on, but we're not quite into the next yet. So just keep your wits about you, because when we're in the transition times, especially with Saturn being where it is right now in Pisces, we gotta be on it. And when I mean on it, I mean like be specific, be regimented, be detailed in your transitions, because we are making transitions. This is the time of the year where we're making transitions. We're changing things up. There's a lot of change going on right now. Yeah. So however those changes are moving for you, your trust and your intuition is going to be a really key component to moving through the next couple of months. The discernment that you have crafted, gilded, forged for yourself, that is going to be a really key component to moving through the next couple of months on an astrological level. That's just what it is. That's just where we are. Sometimes we don't have to like where we are. We just got to know where we are, So, looking at your life, looking at your loved ones, looking at your priority. Spiritually, it's time to clock in. Spiritually, you got a little punch card. Okay, next month and a half, really. Clock it in. You're going to get breaks. You're going to get lunchtime. You're going to get everything you need. Okay, but you got to be punched in. You got to be clocked in. You got to walk in, clock in. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I said this in the special episode of the podcast where I went over the months up until August. I did kind of like a yearly review. I didn't get all the way through though. Not yet, at least. And February, the vision that I have for February, the image that Spirit gave to me for February, there's a mother figure coming through asking us, we got to get up. It's kind of like, you ever been voluntold? There's a mother figure coming through to volunteer us. You got to get up. You don't have to get up. You could stay wherever you're at. You could stay in bed. You could stay sleepy. You could not get up. You could not do the work. Honestly, I would highly not recommend that, because we got Saturn in Pisces. So if you don't get up and do the work, the dad's going to come in because it's Saturn. So the father will come in and be like, why are you not listening to your mom? Do you want to have that conversation? Because I don't. No, let me get up. Let me get up. You know how in trouble you have to be with the mom to have the dad come? No, let me get up. Let me get up. Let me get up. But that energy of like, it's time to get up now, that's going to be February, March time. March is eclipses. There's going to be some changes that come through. So what we're doing in the getting up, moving things about, starting new, getting up, moving things about, starting new, getting up, moving things about, starting new. Apparently that's the order. Goodness gracious. Thank you, order. Thank you, structure. Grateful for you. We're not only going to see rewards of the work that we've been doing since Saturn entered Pisces in March of 2023, because I know I've been working with a lot of people in my one-on-one sessions in the previous year or so who started practicing around that time. So it's waking people up already. Waking the spirits up is a theme. Interesting. Okay, clock it. Got it. Thank you. It's almost time to get up though. So you know what? It's like, maybe this is just me. Maybe this is a self call out, but I'll call myself out because it is. Whenever I don't have to I'm very fortunate and grateful that I don't have to set an alarm very often. But when I do need to set an alarm, okay, I'm usually setting a couple of them. If I gotta get up at 10 o'clock, I'm either setting an alarm for 9:30 and 9:45, and then I'm getting up at 10, or I'm gonna set my alarm for 9 o'clock and 9:15 and 9:30. Maybe I'll wake up a little bit early, okay, get some extra stuff done, or just sit in bed, think about my dreams, whatever it is. But the alarm's about to go off. We're about to be asked to get up. the end of January when the North Node moves into Pisces. Okay, January 28th is when that shifts over. And then January 29th, we got new moon in Aquarius, and then Uranus goes direct the next day. So it's like boom, boom, boom. It's honestly going to be a lot. There's not going to be a lot of room for any more of the alarms to go off. You can't, not that there would be technically alarms going off in your life. I don't know how you would interpret that. I just like to sit and be able to sit in the cozy, comfy bed when I get up in the morning. So, let me sit around for a little bit. Let me take my time. That's just how I am. But this is kind of like I have a full day. I have things I got to get up and get done. So like enjoy the next couple days if you're seeing this before that happens. Because once we switch over, it's time to go. Now you know. I'm actually really looking forward to this, to be honest, because one of the things that Spirit has been saying to me for months and months and months now is that we don't get prepared for no reason. Why would Spirit ask you to walk through a whole bunch of stuff and then give you nothing? That doesn't make any sense. Why would Spirit ask you to start a routine and not have it make any sense at the end? Why would Spirit have you walk through a hard lesson and then not have some kind of wisdom or reward at the end of it? We don't get prepared for no reason. We don't get prepared for no reason. We're in a season of change, okay? So when this North Node crosses into Pisces, because Pisces is about transition, we got a year and a half of transitions. Change again. Change again. Year and a half of it. So let it sink in. We got some changes coming through. And it's going to require, because Saturn is in Pisces at the beginning of this, so it's going to require that we get some foundations, some fundamentals, some in order before we really get into it. It's kind of like the perfect timing for things to be working out in your favor, especially if you have been in preparation mode. So whatever you've been preparing for, sometimes Pisces isn't always so clear about that stuff. If you feel like you've been prepared for something, but you're not really quite sure what it is yet, the next probably couple months are going to make it pretty clear to you, spiritually, human, community, however that might relate to you. Okay, it'll be different for everybody probably. We're all different in different practices, different places, different practitioners. It is. And it's going to start to make some sense. You're going to start to look at your life and look at the preparation work you've been doing and the things you kind of been called to sit in. You're going to look around and be like, oh, actually, I get it now. Not only do I get it now, thanks for that. Whatever that was that happened back then. Thanks for that. That actually prepared me for right now. Didn't make sense when it was happening back then, but you know what? Got it. Thank you. Again, clock in. And stay clocked in. Okay. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up your brew. I will too. I'll stay clocked in too. I feel like an eternal time card. I have an eternal time punch card. I'm always on the clock with Spirit. Always. That's one thing I say about my cat too. You see him sometimes in videos. He sits behind my chair occasionally or like on the top of it. He's off playing, doing whatever he's doing right now. But that's one thing I say about him is like, how there's like emotional support animals or there's like service animals, right? My cat is a spiritual service animal. He is constantly clocked in. Sometimes I forget that he's clocked in and then he'll come and remind me. Love him. He's a great one. That's true. Anyways, I'll talk to you soon. Keep it up. Keep doing what you need to do.